Hey Leo, thank you so much for coming to your love reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or for the cross watchers. It can go either way. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to receive alerts for when I post. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your guys' reading. But we're going to go over your guys' overall message when it pertains to love. We're going to go over the situation. How do you feel about the situation, your hopes and your fears, and ultimately the outcome? So Leo, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into your love reading. For Leo, please, a message for Leo with love. Okay, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Ew, I love it. Hello, can I come in? I'm trying to make sure that you guys could actually physically see this. Hopefully you guys can. Okay, cool. Let me just tilt this a little bit. You're probably like, stop touching the fucking camera, Whitney. My bad, guys. I just want to make sure you guys can see it. All right. So, what is the current situation for Leo with love? What's the current situation with Leo and love for this? Leo and love. Okay, possibly dealing with a Sagittarius. That is your situation. How does Leo feel about this situation? Whoa. Okay, let me try one more time. How does Leo feel about this situation currently with love and romance? Okay, 8 of Swords. Don't feel bad, Leo. It's okay. Possibly a Gemini. All right. What are their hopes and fears romantically right now? Okay, Page of Swords, definitely Gemini energy or Aquarius or Libra. And what is the overall outcome when it comes to love and romance for Leo? Okay, so you deserve love, you are loved. I like that. That's kind of dope. So first thing I do want to say is I feel like you guys have really been hoping and really been praying that something culminates here. Something, you know, definitely happens. I feel like you guys may, if possible, feel like you're an option, or you have multiple options as a partner, or as partners, I should say. And I feel like right now you're very focused on exactly what you want, and you are in the process of manifesting it, okay? Now, with the full moon in Gemini, this is important for you guys to be able to speak your truth, right? So, especially when it comes to love. Like, Geminis are not overly emotional, but they're very honest with how they feel. And it's also telling you that not only do you have to be good with expressing yourself, but you also have to be good at listening too, right? So, make sure like you're not like going back and forth, right? With the Gemini, we're the twins, so it's like this or that, this or that. It's saying that you need to be very, very clear with what you want, and you know, kind of go out there and get it. Now the thing about Gemini too is when we do deal with love, it's all about flirting, and it's not like super heavy, but it's also about, you know, making sure that you're coming across in a very light manner and not something that's overly aggressive. And remember, your word is your wand. So you kind of create your own reality, right? Have an important conversation with the person that you care about, but stay very calm. Don't be superficial. And somebody is definitely trying to flirt with you for sure. And sometimes with situations that are stressful like this is a little bit of a stressful situation. It's calling you to like laugh. It's calling for you not to take things so seriously, okay? All right, so hopefully that moon message made sense for you Leos out there. Whoa. It's like, ew, it sure did. Hey there, King of Pentacles. Let me put him back. Better pop back out if you want to. All right, so for you guys' current situation, you have Temperance. Why is this here? Why is Temperance here for this situation? Ace of Wands. Okay, so I feel like you guys are patiently waiting for something to come to, you know, fruition here. There's definitely some type of new beginning. There's definitely movement. Whoa, that just jumped out and flipped over. Hold on. Let me ask. What are they being patient about? Why is the situation calling for patience with Leo? Three of Pentacles. Okay, because there's something that's working behind the scenes here. So you guys have the Three of Pentacles. So there's something about inner workings here. Maybe it has to do with work. Maybe it has to do with getting your finances correctly. But they're telling you guys to be patient because a new start is coming. But just understand that you're really, this is kind of like the grind time for some reason. Why? Because right now it's the Seven of Wands. So obviously you're out here. That is definitely Leo energy. But I feel like you're, you know, how do I explain this? You have to be careful with how you're coming off. And maybe that's why you guys have this full moon in Gemini, because it may be too defensive for this person. And in order for things to work out, you may have to lower your guard down and then accept this Ace of Wands, because that Ace of Wands brings the Seven of Wands to Eight of Wands, which is that forward quick movement. But right now you're a little bit stalled, which I think that you're not used to. Something's definitely different for you, Leo, and you don't feel like yourself, but you feel like you're more so like on the defense versus the offense. But I do see that things are going to be changing quickly for you, because you do have that Ace of Wands here. Why do they feel, why are they upset? Okay, possibly with a pregnancy. Maybe you guys are frustrated with your mom or something like that. Cancer, Taurus, or Libra, you guys have the Empress here. There's definitely some type of underlying thoughts or ideas that, you know, are kind of like working at the seams, right? And you're really in your head about it. You're really in your head about making sure that you're fair, you're doing the right thing, possibly with a Libra. Also, too, you could be waiting for a Libra to make you the offer of like, hey, like, let's get married, you know? But there is definitely something here around partnership and around doing the right thing and around how it looks to other people. You could also be questioning whether or not, you know, your partner is the right person for you. If you're doing the right thing, are things balanced between the two of you? Like, there's definitely something here where you're very much in your head and you're questioning every single move that you're currently making. And I feel like part of you just wants to run away. But then the other part of you knows that you do have to be very, very patient. Temperance is here again, Sagittarius. The fact that you have Temperance here twice, this is telling you guys that whatever is happening, stay the course. You do have to put in some hard work with it, especially with that Three of Pentacles. But afterwards, it's something very, very beautiful that comes from it. But just stay the course. Don't go either way. Don't overly, you know, consume yourself with negative thoughts. You really need to, you know, take on this whole Temperance energy and really, really focus on that, okay? What is the Page of Swords saying here for their hopes or fears? Okay, Page of Wands, okay? So I feel like you guys need a little bit more of like a lighter energy. I feel like it's been a heavy, heavy, heavy energy. And now with the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands, it's like having that like tit for tat, but that funny type of energy going back and forth. And, you know, where you both are in a waiting period, waiting for that other person to say something back. It could be, you know, in an immature way where I do this, you do that. So now you're waiting for that to happen. Or on a positive note, like a positive spin of it, it can be definitely like, you know, this person says something funny, so you react. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something very back and forth, but it's something that brings a lot of happiness to you guys. How does Leo feel about this? How does Leo feel about this Page of Swords? Okay, or maybe you don't feel good. Okay, Five of Swords. This could also be it. Maybe the person that you're dealing with is younger or immature, and you're worried that if they say something, you're going to react, and you're going to react in a way that they're not ready for, which is why you're forced to be in this, you know, Temperance type of energy, okay? But it's asking you to be very careful with your words. Okay, remember how Geminis are. Sometimes Geminis say shit that they can't take back. That's why I feel like this is your overall energy. You guys have a very Gemini-like energy right now. when it comes to love for these next couple weeks. Why? I have no fucking idea, but that's what it is, okay? Thank you so much. I love you guys. You know I love my Leos, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.